I think the beautiful thing about hip hop and anything in music is when it's time to collaborate. I think that's the beauty of
that's right
making music. It's
that's
to
right.
Collaborate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And really collaborate.
Yeah, like
not
really
compromising.
No,
collaborating.
Yeah, collaborate and.
Yeah. Greg Nice.
Uncle Al, we're here again.
DJ Z Trip.
Yes, here we are.
Time to salute the sample of Miami, baby. Time to salute the sample of Miami. And as our special guest on Salute the Sample, we got a curator, we got a DJ, we got a producer, we got an artist, we got a motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
An inspiring dude.
And it's just a straight out bad mother.
Yeah, we got DJ Khaled in the building, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. Now, this particular song. Greg Nice, DJ Z Trip. We got the ballad for the fallen soldier right here.
Yes, sir.
What year was it released?
1983, the number.
What was the name of the album?
Brothers?
No, the album was Between the Sheets. I think it was produced
by the brothers.
By the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. So
the album was certified platinum.
They call themselves the brothers?
No, the Isley brothers.
The Isley
right,
brothers.
so I'm saying they call themselves the brothers.
They should have as a production team. That's damn sure.
That's definitely should. They definitely should have. So, Khaled, you remember this song?
Oh yeah, I mean, Jay-Z, Too Short, and then recently 21 and Drake flipped it too.
But do you remember what you did?
Yeah, of course I did.
And what did this song mean to you? Why did you choose? Why did you choose this song?
I used to listen to the news.
You know, listening to Jay-Z on this sample was it did something to me, like, and it still does something to me.
Right.
When I put it on, it made me feel a certain way. It was all good, you know what I'm saying? It just the flows and the way the sample touches your soul. Like right now it's playing. I'm not a rapper, but I'm ready to go.
You ready to
Right.
Know what I'm saying? But that's the way the music make you feel. So you gotta imagine when I'm in the studio and I'm laying it down and I'm like, you know, I say to myself, is it okay to flip this sample again? Because it was done so well. And sometimes you gotta ask yourself, should I tamper it? But then I'm like, nah, you know, they sampled it from Isley's.
Right.
So I went and touched it, and then I did a record called Billy Ocean. And I put Raekwon and Joey Crack on it. Off my album called Grateful.
Grateful.
Yeah, and it felt right. You know what I'm saying? Joe was talking that, and Raekwon was just talking that shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
it just felt right. And then you gotta think about it too. Like, I got a rule. Like, if it's past 10 years, it's all right to flip it again.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And especially if you think about it, because we come up from a special time, and we gotta embrace the soul, funk, and jazz on another level. And we did our thing and took it to the next level with it.
Yes.
So with the new generation, they starting to touch these samples.
Right.
That's a
Like I
beautiful
just
thing.
said, Drake and 21 just touched this sample right here, and they did an incredible job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm in the studio, I'm going back to this crate.
Yeah.
I'm back in these crates.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the best time to touch these crates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
All right, so that being said, I mean, I guess we need to hear how he flipped it, right, Greg?
Yeah. I know he flipped it crazy.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know he flipped it crazy. What the?
So how'd he flip that shit, Z? How did Khaled flip that shit? Everybody make some noise. Salute the sample live.
From the mud to the marble floors, meets galore.
Miami.
Hustling on the corners, now we own the stars. $1 million, boy, I need a Billy for sure. Cheer, talking Billy Ocean, Billy Ocean. More Billies, more problems. We got too many ways to solve them. My life is like a movie that made the Oscars. Turn a Kia to $1 billion. Billy Ocean, Billy Ocean. I got my car back, I'm John Wick. The sky blue tint, come equipped with the convicts, the dawn slick. So Billy's we gon' get. Broke a leg in my debut, no bogus. Crack, get 'em. Talking sports trades with Beck guys. With flies heat on they husbands, those be the best vibes. Satin grain
DJ
on the hood of the
Khaled,
car.
Fat Joe,
Switch
Raekwon.
lanes, yeah, I used to
The
flip the
nasty
hood with them
beat makers.
jaws.
Oh,
You
shit.
can get a taste on
2017.
flat out key, cause nowadays Nowadays I'm Clay, see my spot up 3. Draped in Hermes scars, cruising the Riviera. Mozart and gold bars, the Billy era. From the mud to the marble floors, meets galore. Hustling on the corners, now we own the stores. Fuck $1 million, boy,
We back, baby, we back.
Cheer talking Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean. More Billies, more problems. We got too many ways to solve them. My life is like a movie that made the Oscars turn a Kia to a bill.
Check the Raekwon verse.
Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean.
Hermes sweatsuits and S coupes fly around NBA money and jet suit. Back of the backs all crunched out. We vexed too. Should've been Billy's and 9-2 line who the shines new.
DJ Khaled,
Yeah, sorta like a mafia
Raekwon, Billy
movie.
Ocean. Salute
Sit back,
sample live
Rocky
from
and
Miami,
groovy with
baby.
the 9-2. Silk pieces and Blige and sneakers. A duffel bag with handcuffs on it. We creatures. Hey yo, running every strip club. Lit love, yeah, we sit around and just drip bug. The homies get pit love to all the realest ones and rich thugs. 100 niggas, Billy's we gun on
From
them.
the mud to the marble floors, meets galore. Hustling on the corners, now we own the stores. Fuck $1 million, boy, I need a Billy for sure. Cheer talking Billy Ocean. Billy Ocean.
Billy Ocean, man.
Gotta love that, baby. They
Yeah,
flipped that shit.
Yeah, you know it's so
Man.
you know every time I get in the studio, I just always want to continue to have that feeling.
What feeling? Tell people about that feeling.
I mean that feeling
That
is
feeling.
it's this, but it's a feeling where the reason why we doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like the reason why I do this shit every day and continue to want to make music, it's the love. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you hear the music, you see, like I'm getting goosebumps talking about it because the record make me get those goosebumps. That's the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you hear like people like say, yo, oh, I wanted to, take it back, or they talking about that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's not sugar-coated. It's a special feeling that these brothers created, and a lot of other brothers and sisters created at a special time. And then let's talk about these samples. This show is called The Sample. Like whatever that Isley brothers and James Brown and Stevie Wonder and Anita and Bob James and
so on and so forth.
Funkadelic and whatever they was on, that's that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's almost like they couldn't do wrong. They could never make a wrong record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about Bob Marley and all these greats that we sample and we listen to every day, there's a reason why it's forever. Because it's that feeling.
No
Timeless,
question.
baby. It's timeless.
Yeah, it's
Love
timeless.
it. Timeless, baby. Let's go to another joint. So this next one, Khaled.
Hey, yo, Khaled, I want you to tell me what year this was right here, man. This joint right here. What year was this?
It's in the 70s.
Yeah, definitely the 70s.
The original.
Yeah,
1970, baby.
Layla, Derek and the Dominoes.
This was hard to clear.
It was hard to clear.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, did you have to get Eric Clapton to sign off on this, right?
The samples, they have to get cleared. You know what I'm saying? And some of them are run by estates. God bless if you know what I'm saying. And then some of them that they still here doing their thing.
Meaning, let me just jump in. Meaning, they run by a state. Sometimes if the artist has passed away, then their estate controls the masters, controls their publishing,
right,
and the right for people to clear it. Go ahead, Khaled.
And then, there's also the artists that are still here that are still in it, and they want to clear. And some of them, the answer is no, without even hearing it.
Yeah.
Like if you call the publisher, they're like, we love you, you're wasting your time. But a guy like me ain't trying to hear that. That's the love of what
it's
we
that
do.
feeling.
Yeah,
it's that feeling.
So, when they tell me no, I go try to. Elle will tell you a story later, I'm sure. But I'm talking about. Now I've even called him for help. But I'm talking about. I find a way to get in touch with the person. You know what I'm saying? And
that's right.
They got in touch with Eric Clapton. Am I saying it? Is it correct?
Yeah, Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
And he listened to it. And he cleared it. But the publisher told me not happening.
Just period.
Yeah, like don't even send.
And it's deep because this is a song, it was inspired by a love story that originated in 7th century Arabia. This particular song, Layla, by Derek and the Dominoes. It was ranked number 27 on Rolling Stone's list of 500 greatest songs of all time. That's very subjective.
Yeah.
Because we all got it. We all got a different 500. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
right.
come on now. So whatever that means, that's cool. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But anyway, this particular song, Layla.
Yes.
So you call Eric Clapton up.
Yeah, so they got in touch with Eric Clapton. I didn't talk to him personally, but my Deborah, that clears my samples, she, on the email, and I was on the email chain, and I think he was overseas, and my nerves were bad because he like.
How long did it take to clear, actually? Like, what kind of time frame?
This one took like about, I would say like 3 weeks, just to get the process, to get it to him, find the time for him to listen to it, and then he might have a question. Like what's the content of the record? What's it about? And then if you think about, I don't know, I mean, I didn't check, but I don't know many people that sampled this.
No, not a lot.
Because it can't get cleared.
Yeah, not clear.
And I always, when we was making this record, I kept saying, ain't nobody touched this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like I know I'm good, but I'm like somebody had to touch this because it's too. This is a big record,
right?
And that's what excites me about making that record. I couldn't believe that nobody was thinking what I'm thinking, but they might have, and they probably couldn't got it.
The genius to me though is also you bringing this song back into the context of today. Some kid who's never heard this record is going to hear your record, maybe see this, and go, wait a second, what is that? There was something before that? I thought it was yours. Exactly. So the lineage of exposing people to new things, that's so important.
When we was making this record, shout out to my man Joe. He's my studio manager, and he's also a young producer. So we was making this record together, and then I'll never forget, because when we sampled it, and the sample came to me, and I was like, it sounds good, but I actually flipped it so many different times because sonically, I wanted to make sure it was at the level as the original. Sometimes when you speed it up or like pitch it down or pitch it up, there's sometimes you lose like that feeling.
Yeah.
And it was driving me crazy. So I was like, should we replay it? Should we keep the sample?
Woo!
I was like,
replaying it is tough.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. So I'm like trying to figure out sonically where it going. And when I made this record, I would never try to duplicate the record I'm about to tell you about, but it just remind me when All I Do Is Win was made. Those big anthems,
right.
You hear it in the stadium, and that sample made me feel like,
yeah, stadium music.
Right, and then when you hear when he plays you the way I flipped it, you understand the mindset I was in, like the concept that you'll hear the hook of the record and what I was telling the artist. I was like, yo, think about, that basketball game, that high school, that band, that stadium. We want this to play, God willing, we always go in the mindset, we want this to be the biggest thing. We all do, you know what I'm saying? But that's the feeling I had creating that record. I was thinking like, the football game.
Right.
Super Bowl, and a message, and Elle will tell you the name of the song so you understand the message. It was a message behind this song for the young generation, the young world. I was like, let's do this. You'll hear it.
Let me ask you a question before we see how you flipped it. Do you remember what kind of drum machines was being used when this record was made?
So we use the MPC 60, but we also the people I collaborate, they love using Fruity Loops and different programs. I'm not a big fan of getting on the computer. I'm still loving the raw drum machine, but that's what makes me a great producer, is to collaborate and people that are great on that computer. Software. The same way I was great on that drum machine, the same way they're great at the software. So I just make sure I would say, yo, here's my sounds, put it on the software.
Well, let me, you know what, I'll help you, because, a lot of times, somebody, I forget I was talking to, but they had asked Quincy Jones, like, are you a producer if you didn't, let's say, touch the computer? And Quincy said, well, if you drop a puzzle on the floor and I say that piece goes there, and 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 the puzzle comes together. I produce that motherfucker.
Oh, you better believe it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
But that's facts. But like, for instance, I go in the studio and I bring musicians in the studio. You know, I can get on the keyboard and play anything out my head. Like, that's how I scratch too. If I say it in my mouth, I can scratch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I can say it, I can do it. And so now I would get like a musician, a guitarist, or a pianist that know how to really play, and I would tell him what I want or her what I want. I know people that can play with their feet. They can play backwards. They can do backflips and play. But sometimes that's just too much.
That's right.
So as a producer, I know how to make it what I want. You know what I'm saying? I've had people come in like, play something, whoa, that's too much. All I need is these two notes right here. And I'm
with the
good.
dissonant jazz.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But producing, there's beat making and there's producing. And I've been blessed to come from beat making, DJing and beat making, to becoming a full-blown producer. Not just the music, but also creating with the artists. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a producer got to make sure the AC is right in the room.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
You know, the light, you got, and he brought up Quincy Jones, one of my idols. You know what I'm saying? And I think the beautiful thing about hip hop and anything in music is when it's time to collaborate, I think that's the beauty of
that's right.
Making music.
That's
right. Collaborate.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And really collaborate.
Yeah, like
not
really
compromising.
No,
collaborating.
Yeah, collaborate. And I think that's what's so great about what I do and the idols that I looked up to, because I studied them. I studied them all. You know what I'm saying? I was the kid watching them all, and I was that sponge, and I was blessed to be in the room with a lot of these guys that are my friends now. I was in the room while they were making these records. And the reason why I started making my albums is because I used to shop beats to these guys. And sometimes they'll pick...
You know I have a beat CD of
I
yours
know you remember
at my
told
house.
Me that. That's crazy.
I still have it.
That's crazy.
I still have it.
I was shot
silver with red writing.
Man, I want to frame that shit.
Word up.
So when I started making my albums, I was like, you know what? Instead of shopping beats all the time, let me get them on my stuff, because sometimes if an artist is making their album, they got a particular sound they want, or we can contribute to that vision. But sometimes they miss out on some other great records because it was so focused, which is they're supposed to be focused on their sound, what they're doing. So I was like, yo, trust me, do this over here, but it's for me. So I ain't gonna tamper what you're doing. And that's why my records, and I'm speaking for myself, and I feel like, you know, my records, like, if you come on the radio or in the club, it stick out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just stick out. They stick out. They stick out. I like making anthems. I like, you know, I looked up the brothers like Timberland. Like, when you made records with Timberland, that record stuck out.
Yeah, heads bro.
Yeah, you made a bunch of records, a bunch of hits. But that Call Me Bigger, you know, that shit hit different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the mentality I am when I make my records. So I take my producing very serious, like super serious. Like, I dial in. I'm making a new album now, and I'm dialed in, and I won't settle for plan B. It's not happening.
I love that.
You know?
So Z, let's hear how Khaled flipped that shit. DJ Khaled, how do you flip that Layla? Flipped it into I Did It.
We the best music.
DJ Khaled featuring Post Malone, Megan Thee Stallion, Lil Baby and the Baby. 2021, off that album, Khaled.
I did it. 10 toes and never changed up. I did it. Got my hands in the air right now, cause I always wanna be here right now. I did it.
Take it out, being over, let me see it. If you're looking for a trill type bitch, let me be it. I'm from the south, never had a handout. Before I let my people starve, I'll take it out your mouth. These bitches so quick to switch up. I'm from the Lone Star, I don't need to click up. It ain't directed, so it ain't respected. Stop dropping clues, cause I ain't no detective, bitch. I'm trying to win, don't care how I do it, just know that I did it. Why you so worried about what I be doing? Counting my money ain't making you rich. Talking down on me don't make you the shit. How my name in your mouth more than your spit. I really encourage my haters to talk. Throwing that shade on it, keeping me lit. Hood.
Stayed down till I came up.
DJ Khaled. Off that album, Khaled.
I did it. Got my hands in the air right
Produced by DJ Khaled. Take Heat, Joe Zario, DJ 360. DJ Khaled production, baby.
Diamonds on my neck, new contract, I ain't signing that hoe yet. Private plane flying, so I'm smiling on the jet. I drop it after hit, that's the domino effect. These niggas out here going flat. Ain't no stopping it. Pink and blue
Salute
paper
the
all
sample.
day, like Monopoly. Brand new
Rock the
products,
Bells
I'm proud of
Radio.
me. Actually came from the bottom, ain't no need and even asking me. Ain't even seen a half of me and ain't no passing, that's a no-go. Starting kill the player,
Greg
niggas
Nice.
throwing low blows. I done got good with the shit.
DJ Z Trip.
Get my angle every time to take a photo. Another one.
Stayed down till I came up. I did it. 10 toes in the
Give me a
chain
DJ
up.
Khaled on Rock the Bells, baby.
I did it. Got my hands in the air right now, cause I just wanna be here right now. I did it.
Here. Make a round of applause. Let's get a round of applause for that.
And they flip that shit like this.
Yo, Khaled, come on, baby.
It's crazy because I'm sitting here thinking about I can't believe that many people touched that sample. But
you did it.
Hey, but you
I
did
did it.
No, I did it. We did it.
You did it.
But
It's cool. You can say it. I did it.
I did it.
And it was fun making that record too, because working with Megan and Little Baby and the Baby, and then Post Malone. The reason why I put Post, I'm a fan of Post too, but the reason I put Post on that record was I was just thinking guitar. He just fit that vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even
It was a movie. You cast it.
Yeah,
It was like casting a movie.
it's like even when I listen to instruments, I'm like, does the instrument fit the artist?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go too deep, but it's just. the
Nah,
way
you could go deep on that.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying it's just when I dial in, I dial into that deep.
You like the consultant and the A&R.
Yeah,
and the producer.
Yeah, it's like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like when I make my records, I want it to be always a moment, but I always want it to be where you only know you can get it from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you only gonna get this here. You can't even. It's. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying, but you can't get this unless you come here.
Because it's coming from the soul.
Yeah, you know
it's
what I'm saying?
coming from
Like
the soul and the heart.
That's,
You're gonna
that's what
get that
Khaled
flight
records
time.
are. Like
You're gonna get that flight time from Jimmy Jam and them.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that Gamble and Huff. You're gonna
yeah.
get that
From them.
You're gonna get that from them. Somebody might be able to try to imitate it, duplicate it, but they ain't gonna originate it.
Well, that's the thing about art, right? The beauty of art is that it comes truly from, when you're a real artist, it comes from your heart. It comes from your soul.
Oh, yeah.
And that feeling is genuine and real. It's not like you're not playing games with that. It's a real feeling. You know what I'm saying, everybody? Make some noise for DJ Khaled, everybody. So Z, let's go into
had that feeling.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go into another one. Let's go into another one. Okay. So this joint, Greg, what's the name of this song?
The name of this song is No, I need a split. Let me a split right now. Boom, boom.
By Dawn Penn. What year it come out?
1994 was the number, baby. That was a good year.
And what's the name of the album?
Name of the album is No.
And it was produced by
Steely and Clevie.
No question about it. No question about it.
Oh my God.
This shit is crazy. So Khaled, I mean, this is
Can we let that ride for just a second, L?
Yeah, this was fun. This one was fun to do.
I need a drink and a split. Hey, Khaled, what was that club we used to go to? Amnesia?
shit, rock,
right?
Rikers Island Club Amnesia. Friday night.
No roof.
You know what I'm saying? Greg was there.
We don't remember shit. Club Amnesia.
That's
I
right.
don't remember nothing.
That's right.
I don't remember a goddamn thing. Hey, salute the sample Miami. Live.
You riding around in your car, turn that shit all the way up. Turn that shit all the way up.
You gotta love it,
the
baby.
windows in your car, turn that shit up. Light a split. If you in a state with legal marijuana, light a split.
Rock the Bells Radio. Greg Nice, DJ Z Trip. Hey. Woo. Hey. Just feel that breeze on that, baby.
Right.
Feel that breeze on that.
Classic.
That's a thing right there. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh.
That's the thing.
I gotta put my pistols up in there.
Hey. Woo. Man. hip hop has a lot of roots, you know what I'm saying, in this. I mean, shout out to DJ Kool Herc.
Oh yeah.
Just got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rap.
You know what I'm saying? The father of hip hop.
No doubt.
We love you, Herc. Shout out to his sister Cindy. Hey. So yo, Khaled. So look, this is a classic.
Very
we know
classic.
that.
It's
But
a
tell
big
us why this record is so important to you.
Well, first of all, if you know DJ Khaled, I started obviously hip hop, but I used to play reggae and still do. Hip hop and reggae and dancehall was like, I used to be a sound boy, sound killer. I would be in Miami for a few days, and I'd be in Jamaica for the rest of the days for like 20 years straight, back and forth from Kingston to Miami, sound clashing, playing at parties. So reggae's always been in my DNA and dancehall, and I grew up around Rasta and Jamaicans, and you know, I love reggae music. I love Jamaica.
No question.
You rise up in the morning with the ackee and sawfish.
And I love the food. I love the culture, and not just that, it's part of me. Meaning, as in, you know, I was there. You know, Bounty Killer. You know, Capleton, Buju Banton. You know, and I used to cut all these dub plates. So I made. Do I skip to the part about the record that I?
I mean, we're gonna get into it.
All right.
We're gonna get into it, but so I guess we might as well get into it now.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
This was fun.
How did you flip it? How'd you flip it, Khaled?
Well, shout out to my brother Street Runner. When me and Street Runner connect, we just have a great chemistry together. And
Street Runner, you guys produced it together?
Yes.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige came to my house one night for dinner, and I was working on my album, and she came in to play her album to me, and she's like, yo, Cal, I would love for you to do a joint on my album. And I was like, I can't tell Mary J. Blige no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really tell nobody no, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the queen, and she came to my house, and I'm a big fan, and she's my sister. And she was playing her album, and her album was crazy. And I was like, yo, I got something. Cause I was gonna cut this for my album. And I was like, but you know what? I would love to do something for you. And I played her the song. There's actually footage of us in the studio and her reaction of hearing it. And she just went crazy, and she cut the vocals right away. And as soon as we cut the vocals, we was, like, the next week we was on a video set. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's when you know that magic is magic.
Meant to feel.
When the artist is like, vocals cut, Khaled mixed the record, I'm mixing it, I'm sending it back for her notes, and then while we sending it back, she's sending back a treatment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it's just, when you make music and you already talking about the video without even, you know, that love is there. You got something.
So, yo, come on, yo, Z. Let's hear how DJ Khaled and Mary J. Blige flip that joint.
We the best music.
If you feeling good in here, get up out your seat.
Another
Get up out your seat. You feel good. It's okay.
And make some noise.
Let's go. Come on.
It's so hard to fake when everything I do is real.
Hey, turn it up, Z. Turn it up.
I ain't missing no meals.
Hey.
Don't move on me wrong. I need to save my energy.
Hey.
Everybody, family, leave it to the industry.
Hey.
All that noise. We ain't talking that way. We ain't moving like that. No way, no way. Heard a lot of that noise.
Salute to Sample Miami.
I don't pay no
Amazing.
mind.
Mary J. Blige featuring DJ Khaled.
Like my birthday, bring the cake
Produced by
in.
DJ Khaled,
Bring the
Street
cake
Runner.
in. Bring the cake in. I
Off
feel
that album,
good.
Good Morning,
Baby,
Gorgeous.
I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing. Every day is
SiriusXM Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43, baby.
On occasion, not just on occasion.
Hip-hop would never be the same.
I feel great, man, I feel amazing.
We do this shit for real.
I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing.
Let's go.
My crib is so big, I tell the guests to use a mat.
Give me some more volume on
When
that
I
thing.
play house, I ask them where's the fun in that.
Let's go.
Seeing all these blessings, man, I think I
Khaled,
pray
you
too
a fool
much.
for this, you a
Lately,
fool,
I've been
man.
feeling like I turn up way too much.
DJ
With a drink, with a
Khaled.
ring. Sun got us all day. Raise glasses up. Party, party. Man, it's really going down. Make your way to the crowd. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. I feel too wavy, you can't save me. I meditate on a daily to keep sane. I mean, I'm going on my mind.
right there, B.
Every day like my birthday, bring the cake in. Bring the cake in. Bring the cake in. I feel good, I feel great, man, I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing. Every day celebrate, not just on occasion.
Salute.
On occasion, not just on occasion. I feel good, I feel great, man, I feel amazing.
Salute.
Man, I feel amazing. Man, I feel amazing.
Blige.
I love that joint.
Come on, come on, come on.
I love that joint.
That shit is crazy. That's crazy. So we got one more, right, Z?
We got this one right here. This one.
So
This one right here. So
Yeah.
here's the thing, too. I just want to interject. A lot of people know you, for the hits that you have made, which is amazing. But a lot of people maybe don't know where you started and how you started as a producer. And I kind of want to get into some of these records. Like, this is a record that's an amazing sample, the way you flip this. And I just kind of want to get into your brain of where you were at this time, because...
Well, first, let's tell people the name of the song, right?
What
So
is-
it's the
yeah.
Three Fates, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer,
1970.
right? The album was Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Wow.
And it's produced by Greg Lake.
By Greg Nice.
And it's a three-part, like, pseudo-suite. Greg Nice, like Greg Nice. Each section is named after the three sisters of Greek mythology.
Wow.
Known as the Three Fates. Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos. I guess that's the right.
You've been studying, man, because all the other times we was getting everything wrong. You got everything right now today.
Like that?
Y'all don't
Like
understand. We was going through some things.
Yo, Greg, I
Trying to
dropped
pronounce
out
it.
of kindergarten, man. You
Yo,
gotta forgive me, bro.
He been getting it all together now. He like, I
when
got
you drop
that.
out of kindergarten,
We was
that's the
like,
shit. This is what happens to you when you drop out of kindergarten.
Every time I call him, he's studying in the thesaurus. He's just hanging on
that's
page
all.
872.
I don't know what none of that shit means. Doesn't know how to pronounce it. So
I mean, the way I started, I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm one of the greatest DJs that ever did it behind the turntables. Every DJ should feel like that.
That's right.
That's the power of those turntables.
right.
And I wouldn't be a producer if I wasn't a DJ.
Say it again. Say that again.
I wouldn't be a producer if I
amazing.
wasn't a DJ. And I got to remind people, some of the biggest producers were DJs.
Word up.
Dr. Dre, Swiss Beats,
Easy Mo B.
Easy Mo B,
Marley Marl.
Marley Marl,
Primo.
I mean,
Mantronic.
Primo, like,
Mantronic.
come on.
We got
Mantronic, DJ Khaled, and the list goes on. DJing is done so much for me, like, because when you're in a club or you on a radio, or even my brother right here, he dictates the energy of the room. He when I say dictate, he blesses us with the energy of how the room, and it's his responsibility to keep y'all moving and to bring certain emotions to you. Because right now he can play music that can make us depressed. He can play music that make us happy. He can play MOP right now. We're ready to rip the walls down.
Yeah, if he played Portishead, we might
Right.
feel one thing.
Right, yeah.
If he played MOP, we might feel another thing.
So,
right.
What about together, though?
Me, I'm so consistent of evolving and keep grinding and doing what I do. And sometimes it mind boggles me when I have to remind somebody that I come from DJing. It really bugs me out. Like, my whole life, that's all I do. Right now, I get on turntables. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But the blessing is that I became an artist.
That's right.
I became a producer. I became a father. I became a mogul.
You produced again.
I became a golfer.
Yeah.
I put out sneakers. Like I'm in a movie. What do you want me to do? Stop?
Yeah, man. You're a Renaissance man.
No, I'm
if
saying
you're a Renaissance, no, you shouldn't.
But and the reason why I'm saying that is because we never forget where we come from, and we do it at a high level every single time. And I'm only saying this for everybody that's listening in this room. There's no limitations when it comes to this love. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to continue winning. We're going to continue blessing people, and we're going to continue taking it to the next level. And when it comes, and I would never make an album if I wasn't inspired. Like, I'm not walking in no studio unless I'm inspired. You know It's just the way I am. And sometimes I might not be making something like LL played a new song right now. He inspired me. I love the way the beat switched up, but it switched up so smoothly. The way he was flowing like water, and then the I don't know if it was a sample or if it was live music, whatever, it had that feeling, and it switched up. You know, things like that inspire me. So I would leave this studio today to walk in my studio and lay some ideas down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's so beautiful about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just keep putting this message out there because we keep growing. And L, not to, keep just throwing so many flowers on you, but like, you broke so many doors down, and like, you see LL on a TV show and you'll see him at a movie. Don't ever question about his mic skills.
Exactly.
And like he has to remind you.
I'm like, you the GOAT.
No, because he just got done. You just got done watching the #1 movie. Just because you got done watching seasons of LL on a series. What I'm saying is, we great. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love this show because it really breaks down the feeling.
The feeling, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk too much shit.
Good. So
it's just
that's the name of the segment now.
I love it.
The feeling.
The feeling, baby.
That's the name
dope.
of this segment
That's
now.
the feeling. So Z, that was an ill back soundtrack to what he was saying.
Well, it was going on. I don't know if you caught it. Some people. That's what's going on in the background.
So let's hear it. Let's hear how he flipped the joint.
Just to get familiar with it.
I gotta tell you a story about this record. This beat Novocaine. It's my original production name.
That's a dope sample, by the way. Incredible that you found that.
You want to tell us about it before we drop it?
Yeah, before you drop it. So I only looped a little piece of it, and I never forget. I was in my MPC 60. My studio was called Jerusalem.
Wow.
Up in Miramar, Pembroke Pines area, and at that time, I was hanging out in the studio with Timberland and Scott Storch. I'm not the DJ Khaled that people might know me as now. So I'm in the room just watching them, and I would go home and make my beats for Fat Joe and whoever I would bump into, I would chop beats. And that day, Timberland was such a nice guy, he always let me sit in the corner. And I sit in the corner, I've watched him make some of the biggest records that we hear right now, that's forever. And that day, the artist that I produced this record for, his name is Fabulous. And Fabulous was making, what's the big record with him and Neo?
Movement by myself. You Make Me Better.
Right, Make Me Better. So at that day, Timberland played him that beat. I'll never forget. And I'm like, that shit crazy. Yes, that's classic. So I asked Tim, can I play beats for Fab? And Fab, my brother, you know what I'm saying? But that's his session.
Right.
You know, so you don't just.
Right, you don't do that. No.
You know what I'm saying? That's his session.
You don't do that.
So I played them beats.
We brothers, but don't grab my steak off the plate and bite it.
But I'll
get you a steak.
I was so hungry. I was so hungry.
Be outside, wait, yo.
I was so hungry to be able to play beats for Fab, and I played him this beat, and he loved it. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big one for me, because it was the early stages of DJ Khaled as a producer. It was.
Love it.
My name was Beat Novocaine at that time.
Novocaine.
So my beats always had that dramatic feel. And I called it Novocaine because I felt like it numbed you. It put you in that. It put you in that zone.
Take
you know what I'm saying?
Novocaine and head over to Club Amnesia.
And you gotta remember, and then Fabulous, it's Fab. You know what I'm saying? Fab is a timeless artist, and he is spitter. But at that time, I was Fab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get a track on Fab. You know what I'm saying? Fabulous, you hot.
All right. So Z.
Because when he was playing the sample in the beginning, I was like, hold up, I'm trying to remember. He going back. And then when that thing, oh yeah, I remember
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to.
That's C-Trip.
You got a number.
No, because the thing is that,
Novocaine.
I ain't gonna lie to you, this beat took me like 20 minutes to make.
That's great.
Sometimes it's the best.
Yeah, I just looped that little part, boom, boom. drum, and it's like I was done.
It's like ramen
I didn't
noodles,
wanna,
man.
You know,
Ramen
that's what's so
noodles.
dope about sampling, and the drum machine. Like you don't have to overproduce everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when you hear the finished product, you understand what I'm talking about.
All right. So there it is.
Dope.
So this is let's hear how he flipped this record. How'd he flip it, Z?
Check it out.
It's G-A-N-G-S-T-A, that's how it be, and it's gon' stay, that's how it be when you see me, that's how it be, and then watch me, if it's me, it's got to be, if it's me, it's got to be, G-A-N-G-S-T-A, I'm still living La Vida Loca, with wholesale prices on weed and coca. For the hustlers, for the customers, nigga trust the buzz. I had you making one of them sounds that Buster does. They love me just because I'm in a gelato, laughing like Ricky Ricardo. With the 4-pounder, pretty gangster shit.
DJ
I'm the
Khaled, rock the
co-founder.
bells.
I know the difference between pimps and hoe hounders.
Salute
I
to
can tell
Sample
when
Miami.
they ain't learning lean. The gold cups missing, stones
Live.
turning green. I roll up,
Let's get it.
glisten chrome, burning green like what's G-A-N-G-S-T-A. That's how it be, and it's gon' stay. That's how it be when you see me.
Now, question: is that you cutting?
Of course.
Yeah.
Salute the sample, baby. Often imitated, duplicated, but we originated.
There's no question about it. DJ Khaled in the building. Salute the sample live from Miami, baby. Make some noise.
Yeah.
So I think, yo, Khaled, it was amazing having you here.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
And congratulations, you're bringing this incredible studio to Miami.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It feels
Like,
amazing. We're gonna be having a lot of fun.
305 Miami-Dade County. It's beautiful that y'all have this here. I was telling Elle in the back, I was like, man, I'm used to flying on a plane, getting a hotel, and coming to establishment like this to do an interview and to see the greats.
How you coming now? How you gonna get over here now?
Golf cart, scooter, a walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing, man. So, congratulations on the success of the show, but also congratulations for coming to Miami.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you very much. We in the building, baby. There it is. Salute the sample. Greg Nice, DJ Z-Trip. My name is LL Cool J. Rock the Bells Radio, baby. Yeah.
Miami's rockin', baby. Miami jams. Miami's rockin', baby. Miami